So, literal equations, again, we have mostly just letters here, if you see. Mostly just variables. So when we are solving a literal equation, we're not solving for x every time. Instead, we are going to identify the variable that you are solving for, which we will always tell you which variable you're solving for. Once we identify that variable that we are solving for, we still use opposite operations to get it by itself. So really all we're doing is keeping all of the same letters and just rearranging them to pick which one that we want solved for. The reason why we do this is because in like a real world application, so all of these, almost all of these, I'm not really sure what this guy is. The area equals length times width, y equals mx plus b is slope intercept form, ax plus by equals c is standard form of a line. In most of these applications today, this one I'm not really sure what it is, we could rearrange it in case we were given different information to plug in. So, what we have area equals length times width. So A equals LW for L. So what we mean by for L is that we want to get L by itself. So if we want to get L by itself, we have to use opposite operations to get rid of everything else. So if we look at this problem, we've got A equals LW. LW means length times width. Opposite operation of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide both sides by W. When we divide both sides by W, these cancel. We are left with A over W equals L. We always want it to be the letter we're solving for equals, so I'm going to flip that around and write L equals A over W. So all I'm doing there is dividing both sides by W because the opposite operation of multiplication is division. So in that one, it's just one step. This next one we've got here, y equals mx plus b, we are trying to get m by itself. So that means we need to get rid of the b and the x. We, just like if we were solving an equation, we want to get rid of the things that are furthest away first. So we're going to get rid of that b first. So I'm going to subtract b from both sides because that's the opposite of addition. So I've got y minus b on the left equals mx on the right. So subtract b from both sides. Come grab a note sheet for me, please. And then do you have your purple pass? Okay, then from there, we want to get x by itself. So to get x by itself, no, we want to get m by itself, sorry. Because we're solving for m. It literally says that right there. We want to get m by itself. So to solve for m, we're going to divide both sides by x. So divide by x on the right, divide by x on the left. So those cancel out, and now I've got m by itself. So my final answer on this one is m equals y minus b all over x. And we just leave it with our variables at the end. Okay. Any questions so far? It's just a lot of rearranging today. Okay. We've got 2 more on here, and then you've got time to work on your assignment. Next one we've got is J equals P minus S over 4. So for this one, we are trying to solve for P. So we need to get rid of that 4. We're currently dividing by 4. So the opposite of dividing is multiplying. We can multiply both sides by 4. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. On the right side, those cancel. On the left side, I now have 4J equals P minus S. You always, anytime you do have a number, just leave it as a coefficient like that. And then from there, we need to get P by itself. What's keeping P from being by itself? Minus S. What's the opposite of minus S? Plus S. So we're going to add S to both sides. So add S to both sides. So we now have P equals 4J plus S. Okay. Very last one we've got AX plus BY equals C. We want to get X by itself. So in this one, the X is already on the left, so we're going to move everything else to the right. We're just moving things away from the variable we're trying to solve for. So we need to get rid of that A, but then we also need to get rid of this plus BY. So we're going to subtract BY from the right side. We've got AX equals C minus BY. And then from there, we can divide both sides by A. On the left side, they cancel out. So we've got X equals C minus BY all over A. So all we're doing, rearranging today. Any questions right now? Okay. Short and sweet. Go ahead and glue these into your notebook. I'm going to bring around your assignments for you guys to get started working on them. And Zeb and I will be around to check while you work.